BloomBurrow draft here. I think I'm gonna take this rare. Excellent card. 3 mana 2/4 that gives you a mana every turn, except for the turn you cast it. And when you expend 4, you gain life. And when you expend 8, you get to draw some extra cards. I think that red-green is an awesome color combination. And this one helps you get there. Okay, so here's an interesting pack. There are some cards that are better in some archetypes than others. I think Blooming Grass is fine. 2 mana, deal 2. You can give a treasure and deal 3 to the controllers, sort of like a Searing Blaze. There's also Baker's Bane Duo, which is a good card for the green-black deck, but just fine in any green deck. But since I am red-green, maybe I should look at something else. And there's a Playful Shove here, a nice card. It deals 1 damage to any target and you draw cards, so it can be a 2-for-1. It also sort of helps you to expend, because it makes you spend 2 mana and then replace itself, so you're digging yourself towards more cards. And I've seen a lot of X1s in this format. Here's one, by the way. So I think I'm going to take the Playful Shove here. Okay, here's a Season, which is an awesome card. Season of Weaving. Might be considered switching. This card is absolutely insane. It's 6 mana to draw 5 cards as the floor. But you can also return each non-land non-token permanent to someone. So you can draw 3 cards and reset everything. You can also make 2 copies of a card. Yeah, I'm gonna take Season of Weaving. That card is just absurd. Yes, Brazen Collector is also good, but I could be like blue-red. This card is like completely busted. I can't believe people pass this. It's like as a Heals Artistry, for those of you who remember that card. So I think it's worth switching for that. I could also just go back to green-red, which I'll see. But I've been sort of impressed by red-blue. I don't think there is a way I can probably play both this card and this card in the same deck. Okay, here isn't anything great for either deck. There is a Rustshell Rampager, which is just okay. It is a way to expend 4, so maybe I can take that and go back into red-green. There's also Shore Up, which is a nice card in red-blue, because you have the 3 mana card that grows every time you cast a spell. You can protect that. So I can either take Shore Up, go into blue-red, or I can take Rustshell Rampager and go back into red-green. Don't think any of these other red cards. I think that Shore Up is just a better card if I were to be red-blue than the other card were. Okay, so now there is a Kindle Spark Duo, which is a pretty nice card in blue-red. It's a little better than I thought. It's like a Thermo Alchemist, but you have to pay 1 more mana. It has a power though. Sorry about that, just needed some water. It's very hot in here. Yeah, and Trigger Drew is fine, but again, I think I could just be blue-red here. Okay, now we have some fine cards, but I kind of like Dire Downdraft here. It's basically a 3 mana Griptide version. Put something on top. It's 4 mana if you have to do it on when you have to attack, but you're usually less aggressive, and it's sort of like a 3 mana removal spell. I like it way more than the uncommon, because this one only returns to hand. So it's card disadvantage, whereas this one skips the draw, so it's actually card neutral. And they're both pretty good spells in a blue-red deck. I think Barknuckle Boxer would be fine if I were to be blue-red, but that card isn't even that insane. Okay, I think that most of these cards are kind of better. There's another Barknuckle Boxer here. I'm kind of weaving back and forth. But I don't think really Steam Path Charger is what I want. So I'm gonna take this card and maybe go back into red-green. We shall see. Here there isn't anything I want in blue-red anyway, so I might as well just take the red-green card. But this is a card you can also maybe play in red-blue if you're desperate for playables. It is basically a 5 mana 4/5 for 2 red-red that gets bigger. Alright, here's another Kindle Spark Duo. I still haven't chosen necessarily my colors here, but I'm leaning towards blue-red. Maybe I open some bomb. Here's a nice one though, it's Pearl of Wisdom, and a lot of the blue-red cards are otters, so don't mind that at all. This is an otter, for example. Okay, so if I were to be blue-red, I have this bomb at 6, which you can also make a copy of one of your creatures and bounce everything else, and you're the one with the card in play. So here I have to choose between another Pearl of Wisdom and Alania's Pathmaker. I think I'm gonna take the Pathmaker. I've been kind of impressed by that card. It's basically a fortress that draws a card. And it also works if I were to go back into green, which is not impossible here. I would probably try not to play this card in blue-red though, because it's just a big dumb creature which doesn't even necessarily expend every turn in blue-red, because you want to hold up open mana sometimes for your instance. This is also a card that's not even that good in red-green. It's good, but it's just an aggressive card, and red-green is a little bit sometimes not always super aggressive. Alright, let's see what the next pack gives us for guidance. Worth noting with this card though is that if your opponent's got a lot of tokens in play from something, it doesn't bounce that, so that could be. But it, like, the floor is draw 6 mana, draw 5, or like draw 3, make a copy. That's just very good. Okay. Now we open 2 insane green cards. Well, I guess mostly it's the Hunter's Talents that's insane. Paw Patrol Cruise is fine though. There is Might of the Meek as well, so I have to make a choice. Do I take the good, very good green card in Hunter's Talent? Or do I stick to Might of the Meek as a fine but not exciting blue-red card? Yeah, that is the question. I think Might of the Meek is more replaceable than Hunter's Talent. So another is Night Fisher and Plume Grid Escort, both fine cards. Do I have any birds? No, I don't. There is also Tempest Angler, which is actually a pretty good card. Maybe Tempest Angler is actually just better than these because I don't have any birds. So it's just a 5 mana 4/5 flyer. The Plum Grid Escort is good, but not even looking to protect too many of my creatures here. But that could come up. I should probably just take the Escort. Isn't anything particularly good in green. Okay, we got a Brazen Collector anyway. This is just a fine card. It's a 2 on first strike that attacks and adds red. So it's also a pretty good defensive card. Works in both red, green, and red, blue. This is a funny draft. I still haven't really necessarily decided my colors, but oh, here's a Tempest Angler though. That's pretty nice. I think that this card's going to be great in this deck. We do have a Playful Shove, Shore up to some extent, Pearls of Wisdom, Fire Downdraft. Yeah, maybe it is time just to decide. Leaving the Youngblade Bruiser in there for now. Hopefully I can wield that 1 mana cantrip. Okay, there's another Playful Shove. I think that is going to be better than the 1 mana cantrip. I think just paying 1 more to then also be able to deal a 1 to a 1 toughness creature will be good. Okay, now there is Sugarcoat, which is a 3 mana aura that makes a creature a food, which is great if your opponent's not on the green-black food. It does trigger this, does trigger this. Yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good. Alright, we have another Pearl of Wisdom here. I think I have enough raccoons. Play that. These are otters, I mean. Otter, otter, otter. This is not an order, but I have a lot of cards, so this can easily on turn 4, I can play this plus a 2-drop. I'd like to get some more payoffs for spells. I would love the angler, the second angler to wheel. I still don't think the 4/5 flyer is gonna be would have been that great in this deck. Okay. Ooh, this is absurd. Take out the trash like hack 2 infinite almost. Crazy. That's a fantastic card. 3 damage. And I don't care about the raccoons too much, but I do have some random raccoons. But it's a 2-mana deal free. It's a spell, so it's awesome. And a Might of the Meek Wheel, so I wasn't even punished for taking the green card. Okay. I think I'm not sure I'm gonna play 3 duos, but maybe. Not playing any other cards. This can be a little awkward if you draw too many because they are not very good at blocking, so you can fall behind, but I think 3 might be fine. Oh, wow. Can't believe it. It's just a good card. And not playing that. I don't really need more card draw, honestly. I got 2 Pearls of Wisdom, 2 Playful Shove, which is to some extent a draw spell. Another Might of the Meek, see if I play both. And this is also a draw spell. So I don't really need more card advantage. What I need is more like these anglers. And of course I open a green bomb. That's okay though. I have 2 great choices for uncommons. It's Coruscation Mage or Daring Wave Rider. Both quite good in this deck because I have so many spells. They're both otters too. I think that as I said, I got so much card advantage. This is a great card, but it also is a card advantage card, whereas this card is just good at finishing your opponent. And I think I want a cheap card here. So when in doubt about 2 great cards, take the cheap card. This is also fine when you get to 4, you can play 2 copies, and I have a lot of ways to cast non-creature spells. So I think the Coruscation Mage is better than Daring Wave Rider. Okay. So some choices here. I can take 6 mana bounce 2, but 6 mana is a lot. This card is basically 1 mana blink a creature, draw a card because I have so many otters. And then there's also the Brew, which is 1 mana, discard a card, draw a card. Good card in this deck. So the question is, what value can I get from the Splash Portal? Because if it's just 1 mana, draw a card, it's not that good. I don't think it does much. It doesn't work with this because it's a sorcery. I think I also don't need more card draw. I think that I want the Tide here actually, because I don't have that many expensive cards. Okay, we have. I don't want another duo. I don't really want another Pearl of Wisdom either. This is a 1 mana bounce, and yeah, you can bounce anything if you give them a fish. But maybe that's what this deck wants. At this point, I have a lot of card draw, so maybe a 1 mana bounce, but that triggers all my non-creature stuff is good. Feeling a little bit cut here, I feel like, and I think I'll take another 4 mana draw card. I like to draw the cards on a body rather than on a spell if I can. Here is nothing. Blue card, I guess. Oh, another Coruscation Mage. Awesome. Yeah, that's great. You certainly do not get worse in multiples, that's for sure. Okay, so I can take a Mind Whisker, which is just okay. I think I could fill my graveyard pretty fast, but it doesn't. I don't have so much synergy with Surveyed except by itself. So, or I could take another Diagram. I think since I have so many non-creature payers, I should take another Diagram draft. Maybe I can play that instead of the 6 mana version. I think that this is just a better version. It's less swingy, but when in doubt, tip I could also cut the Bruiser. I don't need it. But what would I play instead? Second Might of the Meek? Nah. It's not even that good. I don't have too many mice anyway. I don't think I have a single one. Alright. Feeling good about this deck though. I think it's powerful and can deal a lot of damage that is hard to interact with. This is not the easiest deck for some decks to interact with. Playing against like a blue-white deck, it's not that easy to answer this. Because they need their own sugar coat. Alright, guess I'll take a Steam Pad Charger. I'd like to replace the Bruiser with some good playable, but I'm probably not going to wield a 6-mana Otter. It's the Pawn Prophet, but I don't think it's worth to play a blue card. Essentially is what this card is in this deck. It's a blue 1/1 draw card. It doesn't really have any synergies with anything except being a fine card, Elvish Visionary, but don't think I wanna pay blue for that. See here if I wield a 6-mana bomb. I don't think so, but stranger things have happened. If I knew I was gonna get another Coruscation, maybe I would have taken the 6-mana card, but that I can afford to play a 1-mana bounce spell in this deck. And it is weird that I'm playing 12 creatures but a shore up, but I think that some of my creatures are worth protecting some spots. And it also triggers all my stuff. Okay, I think I will play a Brew over like the Bruiser probably. Or I'll do number 4. Yeah. Crazy late black-red cards. Wow. Guess green-black was old, you know? Alright. Play 2 lands, but a lot of things to do with them. Or can maybe ramp me. Or more likely like make me to play 2 spells. I got actually a raccoon for this card. One. There's a land. Not that I necessarily needed it, but I'll take it. It's not a card I expected in green-black, but that's what it is. Oh, so I could playful shove that, but what I think we'll do is just attack and offspring the mage, and then I can take some damage from the 2/1 fly. Presumably my opponent's not gonna boost it, and getting double triggers on all my things seems very good. I was about to playful shove that, but I can wait. Also with offspring. I have 2 pingers. This card is absurd in black-white, less good in other color combinations though. Alright, I'll pass the turn. I'll go to attacks. Leave my hexproof card up. I don't think there is much for those colors, but okay. Let's I guess playful shove that now. Deal 2. See what I draw. Land. Okay, let's pass that. With a couple of... I could save my own creature with Diadrandroft if things work out that way, but don't think that's very likely. But it is an option. I'm probably more likely to just hexproof my creature if my opponent were, but maybe my opponent has like a 4 mana. There is a 5 mana Black Sweeper, but not that I'm too worried about it, but I'm just saying that I could potentially do that. Okay. So the question is, do I just flash in a 2/1 flyer to attack with here? I think so, because then I have very close to lethal. Because I'm going to attack for 7 plus the 2 pings, and then my opponent is actually dead. Because I can just take out the trash my own creature post combat. I'm only gonna do that if I have to. Yeah, so let's attack first because I want to use the mana from the brazen so I can hold up instant speed. What's that? So now if my opponent were to have a super unlikely sweeper, I can deal 2 damage and finish my opponent off, but I don't need to do it now. And my opponent's good. Okay, so green, black. The question is, there's no way I'm gonna bore out the aura, right? The aura gives my opponent the food. It makes my opponent's creature for it. Because even though it might give my opponent some synergy, I still think it's good enough to play. It's a 3 mana remove anything. And yeah, maybe my opponent gets some forge here. But I think this could be a matchup where I want bounce 2. Because my opponent seems to play some expensive cards. Then again, I'm on the draw. Should probably not board in a 6-drop. I think this is fine. Oh, this hand is not great. I do have 2 recyclers, but no action. I could keep and hope to draw something, but I think it's better to mull. This one I will keep though, even though it's a 1-lander. I think a 1-lander doesn't really want the 1 mana bounce spell. It just can't really afford that. That's not how I win on a multi-6 by bouncing my opponent's creature. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of one of the shots. I think the second one is enough. Okay. Also, these playful shots are not at their best in this matchup. I could just cycle one here. I see the 2/1 flyer, but that was the only card I saw. And I want to hit 3-drop and 4-drop. A rare. A 1/3 that when it attacks it drains. Yeah. This is a raccoon. I should probably just sugarcoat that. I just don't think that's a card I can realistically raise. It's gonna drain me for at least 2 as well as attack for 1. I don't have any way to block it. I'm just gonna have to be a control deck for the moment. But it's gonna be hard. On this playing a 4/4 and I guess if I draw a land I could have potentially just played a Pathmaker, try to trade for it. I can play So the problem with the Kindlesprock Duo is that it doesn't block anything, so I think it's probably just better to draw 2 cards. Try to hit my lands. Because the 1/3 is not realistically racing. So I want to hit land number 4, which I did. Oh, that card. But but I have no creatures in play. But I guess my opponent just wants to be aggressive. Sure. I don't know if I would have done that, but that's just me. It's probably good enough though. So this gives trample, so if I play the 4/2, I'm just dead. Alright, fine. Opponent attacks me for a lot of trample. Well, that's unfortunate, but I think the Mull sort of got me there. Now I might want take out one of these duos for a tide. Yeah, I guess. Man, this is so bad because the deal 3 does not rummage. That was a fire prophecy. I think this would be an easy keep. This is just too bad. This hand is just not gonna win, but I guess I have to keep. Just a hand you know you're gonna lose, but you have to keep. Just I get very lucky with my top ticks, but it's just so low on resources. That does not help. This is why you don't want to play cards like this, but this was not the situation I was hoping for when I put that card in my deck. Alright, that's not bad. That's not bad. This is not an order, so I have to pay 3, but that's okay. So I have to okay. Well, it has cash grab, right? Oh man, no. Oh man, I hate to be hit by cards like this when you're mulling. So gross. Because I don't even know what I'm gonna discard. Probably just discard this card. It's just mind rots me. Fuck. I think I have to discard that card. And of course I draw a land immediately. But I don't know that because if I didn't draw, I want to hit my lands so I can play the tide. Not that I want to bounce this card, but it's just unfortunate this is. Alright, we hope my opponent's hand is bad and I can mana so I can't block. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. There's no way I'm gonna win over this. Alright, well. You mull to 6 on the play and get hit by 2 griefs. And here I'm gonna draw another land, probably. Alright, that doesn't matter too much. Doesn't matter too much. Alright, that's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. I probably should have attacked first though. Man. Can I please draw a land next turn? I might even suicide this card to so, oh, and I just oh man, this is so painful. I just exiled land to like this card because Yeah, dude. If my opponent kills this, this is gonna not get played. This is a brutal game, man. Right. No option. Can I please draw a land? What do I do if I draw a land? Well, let's figure it out when it happens. I'm probably not bouncing everything, but can I please draw a land? I have no tapped lands in my deck either. There's no evolving wilds or stuff like that. Please, can I draw a land? Yes! Yes! So I'm gonna play this post-combat. I can draw 5 cards, I can copy stuff. So I have to attack with the 2-1. The question is, do I attack with the 4-2? So let's say I attack with this. My whole probably double blocks it. I can make copies of this and draw 3 cards. I can also make a copy of this and draw 1 card. So I think I'll attack here. I don't think drawing 5 cards is necessary. See if my opponent double blocks here. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty good. Måste de komma? Sorry about that. I got some visitors. Okay, so let's see here. Ping. Going to, I think, draw 3 cards and make this. This draws a card, so it's like drawing a card and getting a 4-2 body on the board. I don't think I want to copy this because I really want to get back into the game. So I think I'm going to make a copy and 3 cards. Okay, sure. Oh, I have a lot of gas. Right, so I have a 4-2 in exile. I'm basically having a lot of gas here, but okay, this one makes a food and a creature can roll die. I don't think it does much. And that, okay, fine. All right, so let's see here. Ooh, that's not bad either. I think I want to play this though. Let's play this first. Drew another one of those. Okay, cool. So I think I will attack with these. I kind of want to get this game over with. Yes, my opponent gets food, but I'm also getting a 4-2 off the board. And I think my opponent kind of have to block. Oh, okay. Gets a food. We can't crack this turn, and I'm not worried about getting milled out. Not as the way this game is going, because I have the game is about to end and I still have 20 cards. But it could have been a game where I have drawn so many cards that I could have been milled out. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter too much. It might get indestructible. Okay. I think I am in very good shape here. So next turn I do have access to 7 mana if I can attack with the first striker. I can also maybe get some blockers out of the way. So let's see here. So let's do that. Bounce this. Tap that. And put it on top. And I'm going to try to. I mean, my opponent is basically forced to block my 4/2s at this point, so this is just 2/3 damage. Well, it gets a bunch of foods, but here's the thing: if my opponent wants to spend the turn cracking a bunch of foods, they're not affecting the board state, and then I can just win with my other stuff, I think. And I think my opponent is probably dead, but what did the last chapter do? Okay, you have to wait to. But I don't think my opponent can do that and crack a bunch of foods. Okay. Man, I didn't have time to. I think my opponent is dead. F6. Do this. For sure. It goes to 1 effectively, and then I can just Might of the Meek. It doesn't even matter if it fizzles, my opponent has no mana for food. Maybe just target anything other than the duos, I guess. My opponent concedes here, but there we go. Gonna have to leave now, but it was a fun first round.